Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. First Nations leaders in Canada, led by Assembly of First Nations, AFN, National Chief Cindy Woodhouse-Nepinack, met with King Charles at Buckingham Palace to strengthen the nation-to-nation treaty relationship, Radio Canada International reports. The meeting, which was extended by the King to over an hour and a half, focused on First Nation sovereignty, environmental protection, and co-developing major resource and water legislation. The delegation also raised the ongoing repatriation of First Nations artifacts from international museums. Additionally, the delegation extended an invitation to King Charles to attend the upcoming 150th anniversary celebrations of Treaty 6 in Masquacious, Alberta. Wilton Littlechild, a former Truth and Reconciliation Commissioner, requested a royal proclamation of reconciliation and a Commonwealth Declaration on Sports for Reconciliation. Woodhouse-Nepinack stated that the King was supportive but non-committal regarding his attendance, though he promised to see if another member of the royal family could visit. The AFN chief also used the opportunity to address separation threats from some Canadian provinces, emphasizing that First Nation sovereignty must be respected and that they will not be moved. According to a report by the Canadian press, Manitoba Premier Wap Kinew has announced that a proposed massive artificial intelligence data center southeast of Winnipeg will not go ahead. The Premier stated that after balancing the sheer size of the project, its projected environmental impact, and the massive amount of energy it would consume, the government determined there was very little benefit for the province. The proposed facility, planned near Île-des-Chênes, was to be built by US-based Jet AI and British Columbia-based Consensus Core. The Hyperscale facility was intended to be powered in part by natural gas turbines and would have consumed roughly 100 times more power than the Selkirk steel mill. While Kinew acknowledged that Manitoba already hosts several AI data centers and expects to welcome more in the future, he emphasized that hyperscale operations are of a completely different magnitude. He concluded by asserting that artificial intelligence must ultimately serve the people of Manitoba, rather than Manitobans serving the interests of AI. According to a report by the Canadian press, the Canadian federal government has decided to extend the consultation period for its controversial proposals to alter how major project environmental reviews are conducted. Initially scheduled to conclude next week, the deadline for public feedback on the discussion papers has been extended to July 2023-2026. Furthermore, the government has delayed the introduction of corresponding legislation from this summer to the fall. The proposed changes, released last month, include fast-tracking some major projects by approving them before reviews are completed and exempting certain developments from laws protecting species at risk. Critics, including Green Party leader Elizabeth May, have voiced strong concerns that these amendments would significantly weaken environmental protections. Transport Minister Stephen McKinnon stated that the extension was necessary because there are enormous issues at play. He emphasized that the government wants to ensure it gathers a comprehensive range of perspectives before moving forward with legislative changes. According to a report by the Canadian press, internal documents revealed that the Canadian Heritage Department was aware of severe turmoil and allegations of financial mismanagement at the arm's-length office of the Commissioner of Indigenous Languages for months before initiating a financial audit. Former employees and other sources allege that the office has created a toxic work environment rife with bullying and harassment, leading to staff resignations. Complainants also claim that directors have failed to advance the preservation of Indigenous languages, instead spending excessively on travel and paying above-market contract rates to personal associates. A notable example includes a single Ottawa conference that reportedly cost $10 million. While concerns were raised to federal ministers as early as April 2025, complainants expressed frustration over government delays in taking action. Ronald Ignis, the Commissioner of Indigenous Languages, defended the office's establishment and mandate, stating that personnel changes were made following previous bullying complaints. Canadian Heritage Minister Mark Miller recently stated that the allegations are serious enough to warrant the audit, emphasizing that due process must be respected to hold individuals accountable. According to a report by Global News, police in Ontario's Halton region have dealt a major blow to organized auto theft networks operating throughout the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. 4 men, including 2 from Quebec, have been arrested following 2 separate investigations named Project Joker and Project Disconnect. Project Joker targeted a Quebec-based crime group linked to over 100 vehicle thefts, leading to the arrest of 2 Montreal men. One of the suspects was wanted on dozens of charges across multiple jurisdictions, while the other was already on probation for auto theft. In a separate probe, Project Disconnect disrupted vehicle thefts from hotel parking lots in Oakville. Officers caught 2 suspects red-handed on May 27th, resulting in 26 charges, including auto theft and assault. One of these suspects was in Canada on a student visa and wanted on a Canada Border Services Agency warrant. Halton Police Chief Stephen Tanner emphasized that auto theft is an organized crime that undermines public safety. Police recovered stolen vehicles, break-in tools, and key reprogramming equipment, and they expect more charges to be filed as the investigations continue. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.